Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. We are discussing about 9th standard English medium social science, in that economics chapter number 2, continued part of human resources of India. In the previous session we get the information about characteristics of India's population, in that large size and fast growth, second stage of demographic transition, rapidly rising density, unfavorable sex ratio, bottom heavy age structure, predominance of rural population, low quality of population, low work participation rate, overpopulation. These are the very important characteristics of India's population. We are get the information. Let's come to in this session we are going to get the information about the remaining part of human resources of India. There is a close relationship between economic development as well as population growth. As a country progresses in economic development, the growth rate of its population declines. If it is higher the rate of income, lower the population. If it is higher the population, economic growth hand in hand. If it is a population growth is also very high, so we cannot expect the economic growth rate. This process is described through the theory of demographic transition. So let's come to what the theory of demographic transition is going to be give the information. The transition of demographic features observed to be falling in three distinct phases. They are called as backward stage, developing stage, developed stage. Let's come to we are going to be get one by one. Among that, the first one is called as the backward stage. In backward economy, health facilities are lagging and people lack of awareness about the advantages and means of birth rate or birth control. Even people are also superstitious and bound by customs and traditions. Due to this, both the birth rate as well as death rate, it is very high, resulting the lower population growth. That is one of the very important characteristics of backward stage. Obviously, backward stage, high birth rate, high death rate, and it is low population growth rate. Here are the pictures. It is explaining about the backward stage. In the developing stage, as the economy starts growing, the government provides better education and health facilities. Epidemics are brought under control. Due to this, the death rate will be declined steeply. On the other hand, the birth rate continues to remain high and decline very slowly. Because of a very high birth rate and steeply falling death rates, the population growth tends to be higher. India presently we can said to be in the second stage. Under the developing stage, we are going to be considered high birth rate, low death rate. High birth rate, low death rate. So the population is very high. India stands in the second demographic transition, that is called as developing stage. Let's move on to third one, developed stage. When a country attains developed status, all the people are educated and well informed, and everyone gets health and hygiene facilities. Due to this, the death rates will fall further and the death rates too will fall, resulting in a very low population growth. Thus, as a backward country changes into a developing country by achieving economic growth, its population growth gets affected. Here are backward country, high birth rate, death rate, whereas low population growth rate. Developing country, high birth rate, low death rate. So high population growth rate. When come to the developed country, low birth and death rates, so low population growth rate. So this is about the concept of demographic transition. Let's move on to reproductive health and quality of population. Health is an important asset of humans. That is, only good health improves not only the quality of life of people but also the quality of their work. Health is wealth. Therefore, if rapid economic development has to be achieved, the health of people should be improved. Human beings biologically reproduce. The quality of population depends greatly on the number of children born and their health. That is the very important thing. Healthy children are more likely to grow as healthy adults and contribute more economic growth of a country. Especially the woman's health is very vital because it is the who nurture the child before and also after delivery, so that if a woman are healthy and disease free, so the children will be healthy. Hence, provision of medical facilities, immunization against the infections, nutrition supplements and delivery under medical supervision can make a lot of differences to the number of children born, the health of children as well as the health of the mothers also. Hence, the governments are providing all facilities to improve the health and nutrition of a woman right from the day she becomes pregnant up to the day she delivers the baby. Reproductive and child health increases the survival changes of both the child and mother, and because of this, the number of children born will come down. This helps in reducing the population growth. As a result, the child and will decline, maternal mortality will decline. Nutrition of pregnant mothers and child is also important requirement. As a result of government efforts in providing health care to all, the maternal mortality rate has declined from 398 maternal deaths for every 1,000 live births in 1997 to 98 to 1,067 in 2012. Somehow it is a greatest take care of maternal mortality statistical report. Somehow these are all the benefits. Take care about the pregnant women, reduced the maternal deaths to 398 out of 1,000 live births in 97-98, whereas 2012 somehow it is decreased to 167 out of 1,000. Similarly, the infant mortality rate has also declined from 80 deaths of children below 1 year of age for every 1,000 live births. In 1990 it was 47, whereas 2012. So that is also we have to be say that is also it has been reduced. Like infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate, it is called as the average number of infant up to 1 year of age deaths per 1,000 live births in a year, that is called as infant mortality rate. It was in the year 80 in the year 1990, whereas it is reduced to 47 out of 1,000 in the year 2012. And the third one more important concept, that is called as the child mortality rate. The average number of deaths of children below 5 years of age for every 1,000 live births is called as child mortality rate under the 5 years, contributed as the number of deaths of children between the age group 0 to 5 years. Per 1,000 children, it has declined 115 in the year 1991. It is reduced to 59 in the year 2010. Somehow this is also one of the great achievement. Take care about the child mortality rate reduced to 1991 it was 115 out of 1000, whereas reduced to 59 in the year 2010. However, India fares very poorly with regards to nutrition and reports a high degree of malnutrition with a large proportion of children's deaths occurring due to malnutrition. Various surveys contributed by the International Institute for Population Studies show that 40% of children below the age of 5 they are underweight in the year 2008 and 9. Similarly, it is reported that around half of the all pregnant women in India they are suffering from anemic, that is lack of blood in their body. So that is the report it is providing by various services like International Institute for Population Studies is provided the report. According to UNICEF report, India accounts for the highest number of deaths of children under 5 years, with 50% such deaths caused mainly due to malnutrition. About half of under 5 deaths occur only in 5 countries, among that India stands in the first place, followed by Nigeria, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Pakistan and China. While India accounts for 22% of the total under 5 children deaths worldwide, Nigeria contributes only 13%. But anyhow, here in this scenario, the national health policy of India has been improved. Some of the aims to improve the health care as well as family welfare and nutritional services to the people. The government has tried to provide comprehensive health facilities and thus improve the quality of people. Due to these measures, the health of people has been improved. It could be seen through the increased life expectancy and reduced the infant, child and maternal mortality rates also. It has been majorly decreased. Let's come to the here are some of the measures, prominent measures initiated under the National Health Mission to reduce infant mortality rate as well as maternal mortality ratio in India are, among that, the first point, promotion of institutional deliveries through the Janani Suraksha Yojana. Under this program, 24/7 a free ambulance service of Karnataka government also has been helped in attaining higher institutional delivery rates. That is one of the very important program has been undertaken. And the second one, strengthening of sub-centers, primary health centers, community health centers and district health hospitals, providing 24/7 basic and comprehensive child delivery as well as care services. It has been undertaken. And the third one point, that is engagement of aggregated social health activists named called as ASHAs to facilitate accessing of healthcare services by the community. So they are also playing a very important role as a ASHA services or ASHA. They are providing the health services to the health department, in the health department. And the fourth one, health and nutrition education to promote dietary diversification, inclusion of iron rich food. So regarding about this, it is also health and nutrition education, dietary diversification, inclusion for iron and rich food as well as food items that promote iron absorption. It is providing through the government. And the fifth point, achieving universal immunization through the vaccination programs to protect child against the many life threatening diseases. Also one of the very important step has been undertaken. Management of malnutrition by providing nutritional supplements to the pregnant women as well as children. that is also one of the very important. Through the Integrated Child Development Service ICDS has also contributed positively to this. Along with these measures have contributed to improving the health of women as well as children are expected towards the reducing the maternal mortality rates further, saving lives of more than 250,000 children every year. That is also one of the very important special campaigns of India and Karnataka government. The Universal Immunization program has been instrumental in keeping India's children safe. And the next, by preventing deaths due to the vaccine, preventable diseases is also providing. Around 49,200 children succumbed to measles in India out of the total 134,200 measles deaths globally. The next, massive effort to reach 10 million children from 9 months to below 15 years of age, that is also has been undertaken. And Pulse Polio program, it is also one of the very important program by the government. And measles and rubella vaccination between 9 to 15 years of children program, it has been undertaken. That is also one of the very important issue. Even for those who are physically disabled children, for them also it has been undertaken some of the health facilities to physically disabled children. I hope so. These are the special campaigns of Indian and Karnataka government. I hope till now what we are discussed, the concept of demographic transition as well as reproductive health and quality of population. So in case of if you are having any doubts related to this concept, overall the lesson, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.